pleasant good afternoon, all viewers. I am your host, Ms. Judika Silent, a student of the Sarah Potter College of Education, Primary Year 2, Cohort 2024. Welcome back to the What You Need to Know show. Today, the show will be featuring different local civil actors who is actively engaged in advocating for policy change and community development. Our interviewers will delve into their background, motivation, advocacy efforts, strategies for influencing policy change, their successes, their challenges, and their overall impact of their work on the community. Now, this show is here to bring awareness to you on different movements and persons involved in these. After these interviews, we hope that you are going to join some of these movements, and also the government will pour more into these different advocacy movements. Now, over to our first interviewer for today, Mr. Richmond. Good afternoon, Mr. Richmond.
Good afternoon.
And we're happy to have you here today. Now, to begin our interview, can you tell me a bit about yourself and your background briefly?
Well, my name is Dominic Richmond, born in Guyanese, a teacher, a social. I'm a political commentator, a freedom activist. I also am a fitness, fitness officer, we want to put it. In fitness, I'm a young CEO, business owner, and a well-liked person in Linden.
Now, what initially sparked your interest in community development?
When I started traveling around Guyana and see the marginalization, and when I look in some communities and then look in my community, our community is way behind. Other communities are way more developed, looking way more better, way modernized, better houses, better road, better drainage.
Nice. And how long have you been involved in this type of work, and what led you to focus on community development?
I have been in this work for probably going to 2 years now. What led me is seeing the suffering of people in some communities, and these people are of a certain ethnicity.
So, what are the core values or principles that drive your work?
Core value, truth and fairness.
And what are some major challenges that you have faced during your efforts to reach to this what should I say, this yearning of yours for community development?
Well, I have made a lot of political enemies. I have a lot of people fighting me. I have received a lot of threats, and you gotta look your back everywhere you go. This is like one of my major challenges.
Okay. Can you share a story or give us an example of a success you've achieved during your advocacy effort? Like, since you begin on this journey, can you give us a story or an example of some success you've achieved?
Yeah, I have brought a lot of attention to Linden, especially directly in my community where I live. There were some bad drainage problem, flooding, and because of my advocate for community development, the government, they had to do what they had to do to fix the issue, because it was bringing a lot of attention on their end, and then like that.
And then like that. And what are some channels you took to get that type of attention as it pertains to completing your project, or
So,
these issues that you've highlighted?
social media and traveling steadily to the offices of our ministers and even the president himself.
Okay, that's nice. Now, how can the public and other stakeholders support your effort?
Well, The public, in order for them to support, they need to stand with the movement. They need to stand with the truth. As you can see, enough, a lot of people is being bought out, and they're not standing for what is right because they are benefiting from the wrongdoings.
Mm.
So if they want to be a part of this thing, they need to stand with the truth.
So, in this moment, if you had to persuade me to join this movement, what would be your top stories?
I won't really talk with you, but I will take you for a walk. I will take you for a walk and show you with your own eyes what is really going on. Because not everybody believes words.
That is
Once
so
you
true.
show them exactly what is happening, maybe it might give them a change of heart, a change of mind.
Okay, that's a good point. And in your view, what impact has your work had on the Linden community?
Well, as I said earlier, it brought a lot of attention to Linden. Normally, no ministers or the president don't be passing through the area in Linden.
Mhm.
And you can see a lot of road is being done in the community. Certain small communities I never know about in Linden. Certain trackways, alleys, we have roads, we have pathways now.
Mhm.
So that is one of the small progresses being made. But we still have a lot more work to be done.
Yes,
People need money.
that is so true.
It's a loud word. It should though. People need money. Housing need development. We need more drainage development. We need farming to be done in Linden. And many other things.
So, what are some of the, or which communities have you start going into, or have you pushed for development for so far?
Blueberry Hill, Victory Valley. We have Christianburg,
Mhm.
West Utica, and now dealing with Block 22.
But you intend to go to other communities to push for these development though.
Yes, I intend to go to other communities within the region and out of the region.
And other than roads and drains, I heard you mention roads, drain, and housing. Is there any other projects or so that you're looking to push for development?
Agriculture.
Agriculture. And looking ahead, what are some of your hopes for the future of your advocacy work and in the community that you serve?
Well, I'm hoping that the government bring more equity into the community, not just equality. Because if we bring equality, we give everybody the same, the persons who are already on top, we're going to be gaining more. But if you equity, everybody will be balanced.
So, um, what are some recommendations that you would give, like, to see what recommendation you give to the government, like, to allow them to, what should I say, support your advocacy? Like, what you recommend to them?
First thing I recommend to them is stop fighting me. Bring me onto your team. I'm an asset. I have a lot of ideas that I can share, especially that will impact young people's life.
Thank you very much for having. We grateful for having you today, Mr. Richmond, and we hope to continue to hear more talks about your work and your advocacy as you progress with your community developments. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Stop.